everyone! Today I'm going to talk about our Tokyo food encounters. I like food, and Tokyo has a lot of it, and it's really good. So yeah, we kind of should live there, I think. So first off, ramen. There are so many types of ramen, and we did encounter some fabulous ramen this time. And we went to this one place. It was really funny because we walked by it like probably 5 or 6 times because we really wanted to go in there, and it looked really good because it was always packed, but it was one of those little tiny ones that it looked like it just had a bar, and the seats were always full. Little did we know they had an entire upstairs that had a bunch of seating, and so that's where we ended up eating. We got the entire upstairs to ourselves, which is pretty fun. And the ramen was so good. They have ramen everywhere, all over Tokyo, so many different kinds, and I personally would stay away from the cold noodle ramen place that is in Minato. I'm not really sure where it was, but it was terrible the last time we went to Tokyo, and definitely got sick from that stuff. But most of the time, Tokyo is going to be a great place to find some amazing ramen. Do it. And then there were 2 other noodle soups that we have never tried before in Tokyo. I mean, we've had, I guess, American versions of these, but it was udon and soba. The udon place was amazing. It was so cool because it had another one of those bars, and we ended up sitting at the bar, which is really fortunate because we got to see how they actually made the noodles themselves, which was really cool. There's this guy that was like jumping up and down with this big rolling pin, and he would time it with like a drum beat, and he would roll out the noodles and flatten them out and then cut them as well. And it was really, really cool. And then they would throw it over to this guy who would then cook the noodles and shake them out and then throw them into your thing. That guy was also kind enough to cough like right into our noodles. So we just had like extra seasoning. It was very flavorful and very good. My noodle soup also came with tempura in it, and it was like tempura chicken and I think a shrimp and then assortment of vegetables. Tempura is so good. You should try it. It's a different form of fried. It's like light and airy, and the things that they fry in it are a lot of times like vegetables like squash, and I had asparagus this time, which I ate the wrong end and I literally could not chew through it. The other end was very tender and very good, but awkward. It's fine. And then they do zucchini and carrots and pumpkin even. It's really good. It's a really fun traditional Japanese experience, so I definitely recommend doing that. But it was great because we got to watch how they made it, and then the food was delicious and the atmosphere was really fun. So udon, good choice. And then the soba, it was really cool because we got fast food soba. So we both got these huge bowls and plates. My boyfriend got a cold noodle one, which was actually very good. And then I got the hot noodle one, and it was this ginormous bowl of soup, noodle soup, and it was only $4. It was insane. And it was one of those places where you go to the vending machine, you pick out your order, and then you give them the ticket and they make it up for you and you eat it. And we ate next to a couple of old men who obviously were on their business lunch break, and it was felt like really Japanese because we're like, oh yeah, we're slurping up these noodles just like you guys. Yeah, we can do it, locals. Just kidding. They could totally tell we didn't belong there, but that's okay. It was a really good experience. So even if you're getting fast food in Japan, unless you're getting American fast food, it's really good. It's cheap, it's quick, and it's delicious. So I recommend it. Fast food, Japan, A-okay, and soba. Really good. We also stumbled upon a Katsu place. Now, Katsu is a breaded, usually pork cutlet, but you can also get a breaded chicken cutlet, or you can get a breaded steak patty thing. And it usually comes with a salad, which is just shaved cabbage, and then you put katsu sauce on it, or you can put other stuff. It's really good. So we found this place that wasn't really too far from our apartment. We walk in, and it's really tiny, and we go up to this little area that they had a bar, but then it also had this tiny little seating area where you had to take your shoes off to get in there. And it only had one chef who was taking the orders, preparing the food, chopping up mountains of cabbage salad, and just attending to the customers. It was amazing, and it was so much fun, and the amount of food that we got was ridiculous. We got a huge cutlet, and we got literally a mountain that was probably this big of cabbage, and then we got a miso soup and a little dish of pickles and then a bowl of rice. all for, I think, $9. Ridiculously inexpensive and ridiculously delicious. It was a really fun experience. So I definitely recommend having katsu. Now they usually fry their katsu, so if you're someone who has a sensitive stomach, just think about that. But baked katsu is also really good. So that's a weird side note. Good job. And then of course you cannot forget sushi. You can get sushi everywhere in Tokyo, and pretty much everywhere you go is going to be a lot better than you get in the States. The only exception is their salmon belly, which is what I eat. For some reason, a lot of the sushi restaurants in Japan, when they serve salmon belly, they leave on some of the skin, which a lot of people might like. It's a very rich, fatty part of the salmon, but it also makes it taste more fishy, which is what I don't like about fish, oddly enough. So in the US, they typically take off the fish skin, and also at the grocery stores in Japan, that was probably the best salmon belly I've ever had in my life, was from a grocery store late at night. It was really good. But everything else, my boyfriend got tuna, he also got yellowtail, he got, I don't even know what else. Pretty much everything he tried was delicious. Yeah, that. See, I told you. So yeah, you can't really go wrong with sushi in Tokyo. Probably all of Japan. Go for it! So that's it for our Tokyo food encounters this time. We tried a lot of different things that we hadn't tried before, which we were really excited about. I think most people go and they're like sushi and ramen, and that's pretty much what they think of. But I think there are a lot of different foods that are very Japanese, and I think that you should try them and just branch out, go out of your comfort zone, try some new things, even if it says like cow balls. I mean, try them, see what it's like. You never know, you might like them. So if you liked my video, give me a thumbs up, please. And then don't forget to subscribe, because then you can see all the other awesome videos that I'm making. Duh. I'm just kidding. And then don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat and Snow and Facebook and Twitter. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll have another video out soon. Bye. Oh, God.